So, to begin, make sure that you're logged on to maybe your Gmail in Frontier Academy. That way, your browser knows that you're logged on as you in Google. It'd be also really good to use the Chrome browser. So, I would tell you to log on to your email in Frontier Academy so you know where you're at, and then open up a new tab to Replit, REPL.IT. And you go to Replit and you want to click on the sign in right there if this is the first time you've ever been there, and you want to click on that colorful G. And that should bring you right in. You might have to tell it who you are, and again, you want to do Frontier Academy. You probably won't have to do this step. So once you're in, you want to go over to the top right where there's a blue box with a white cross in it and a plus sign, and that's where you get started. On the left hand side, you want to choose your language. You want HTML. You can call your site whatever you want. I think I type in freak links, so for frequently used links. I wouldn't use spaces. So anyway, now it comes up, and I'll make this a little bit bigger. And on the left-hand side is a file that's highlighted called index.html, and that's reflected in the center panel there with all that code. Okay, we're not going to use the black box, so you can just put that down below. Pull it down. And so you really don't need to see those files, so I'm clicking on that little folder or file icon, and that is a toggle, and I can close that and reopen it if I ever need it. If I hit run, there's really nothing there in the other white box. That's where my page will show up. So what you're seeing I'm doing here is I move down /body several return keys. Okay, I'm trying to get some space in here. And the first thing I'm going to type is a title for my page, and I'm using these tags, greater than and less than symbols. You can check out the directions, and they talk about how to do those. And if I hit run, well, it's like me, you gotta tell it twice. Hit run again, Mr. Durkin. And there it says myLinks in bright text. That's what the H2 code does. Now we're gonna go below that code. So that a window to the right is just a little preview window of what your web page will look like. So now I'm gonna just type a sentence saying below are links I use a lot. And a lot is a keyword in HTML, and look what happened. Yikes. So I had to erase all this code that popped up automatically. I changed my language that I use, and then I used the word use. Well, guess what? Look at that. It's also special code. So I just kind of hand erased it, and when that showed up, I just did like Command Z to undo it or escape. And I'm going to have a paragraph mark here after that. I think I'm about to do. Let me see. Well, I type it in. And there is, I do add a paragraph mark here at the end, and that skips a line. The header, the H2s also do that. So anyway, now we're going to do links. And I want to link to Frontier Academy. So I type out the words Frontier Academy, and I hit run, and all it is just text, right? So I got to do some code to make that a link to Frontier Academy, or make the words Frontier Academy a link to that site. So in front of this, I type in a tag, a left tag, a space href, stands for hypertext reference, and then you saw me start typing in the URL, and I thought, oh, I don't want to type it all in, so I just kind of go to the Frontier site, and I go up to the URL address box up here, and I'm copying the URL. Now there's parts of the URL you don't usually see, and it's that https:// stuff, okay, but that's the URL. In fact, that last slash you really don't need, so you're seeing me remove it. And so in front of all the Frontier Academy, I've got that URL, and it ends with a closing tag right there at the in front of the F. Now go to the end of Academy, and you do a /a tag. So it's a tag system with /a. Okay. There's that HTTPS stuff. And that's got to be there or it won't work. You just can't write frontieracademy.net and it would go there. You got to have all that stuff. So now I'll run this and we'll see if it works. Looks like a link. Click on it, it goes there. Just to get back for right now, you can just hit run again up there and you'll get back to your page. Okay, So the site really exists somewhere else on the web, and I'll show you that next. If you go to this little icon there, it says open a new tab, click on that, and a new tab opens. That's your web page, and that's where it exists on the web. Okay? All right, so don't confuse. This is really that URL right there. You can share with others, and people can see your website. Let's go back to Replit. Before we start making more links, I want to show you one important trick. And I'm going to the end of the URL here, and I'm adding a space and adding the word target equals underscore symbol and then the word blank. Blank. And it looks funny, but the difference is when you run it and you refresh your page, you got to hit refresh here. Now when I click on it, it actually opens up in another tab. That's what target underscore blank does. And after you do your thing and whatever you're looking at, you can just close that window and now you're back to your site as before. You don't have to wait for it to reload or anything. So that's the advantage that target underscore blank does. So now I want each link to be on its own line, so I'm adding a BR tag. Which stands for line break, and there is no /BR. So now I can highlight this, copy it, come down a couple of lines, paste it in. Now I have 2 links to Frontier Academy. Well, what I can do now is just change the parts I need to change. Like here, I'm going to change this to Google News, I believe, if I can type it. And sure enough, the word changes, but it still links to Frontier Academy. Okay, so I didn't change the part that makes that happen. And so you'll see me come over here, and I can change, the URL. I know the URL to Google News, and what you're seeing here is I'm removing the S in HTTPS. I think it stands for secure. You can just remove that. Most websites don't use it, but if they do, you have to put it in there. And what the URL for Google News is news, if I can spell that, .google.com, and you're going to see I made a mistake. I typed new instead of news. So I run it, I go there, I get a whole lot of I can't find it. That's because I misspelled the URL. I forgot to add that S. So you'll see me go back in here, put an S on news. Yeah, there we go. Now run it, hit on the link. Now I'm in business. It goes to Google News. Okay? So I closed that. Here I am back in my code. And really now it's just a matter of adding more code. And so I can copy this and paste it below. And you just keep pushing down /body and /HTML. Where am I going now? I bet I'm doing ESPN. Yay! So I want to go to ESPN.com, and you can omit the www sometimes. And now I change the text to ESPN. Now I've got a link to ESPN. Ta-da. We can move on, Mr. Durkin. Good. And so that's basically it. If you just add more room as you need it. If you ever need to break up sections, just use a paragraph tag. It'll want to do a /p, and it's a real pain to change it, but you can get there. And say I want a different link, say maybe to my email account, so I don't have to search for that all the time. And that's just gmail.com. And then change the word to maybe Gmail. And now I have, hit again. And now I have a link to my email account. Yay! So, fill it with scores of links. It's very handy. It saves a lot of time each day. And thanks. I can't wait to see what you do. And next time we'll do colors and sizes and images, stuff like that. Thanks.